T the Handyman here. Today, we're going to shut down and winterize our pool. I've packed away all of the pool toys and removed the ladder from the pool. I have our automatic pool cleaner in the pool picking up any leaves or dirt that may be on the bottom of the pool. I took a water sample to the pool supply house and had the water checked. My chlorine was a little low and my pH and alkalinity levels were a little high, so I added the chemicals to adjust those levels. It's always a good idea to close your pool with the water being chemically balanced. Next, I'm going to add the winterization chemical to the pool. The pool is 16 by 28 and holds about 10,000 gallons, so we need about half a gallon of winterization for the pool. Now we will let the chemical circulate overnight. Our next step is going to be put a pump in the pool and then start to pump the water out of the pool until we get about 6 inches below the discharge point of the pool pump. While the water is being pumped out of the pool, we can disassemble the pool piping and winterize the pool mechanical parts. Apparently, Leonard, my 6-month-old lab pup, is enjoying the pool winterization. Before we begin to winterize the mechanicals, we're going to switch the unit from filter mode to backwash. To backwash, you turn the power off to the pump, switch the top lever from filter mode to backwash mode. Now it's time to disassemble everything and prepare it for winter. Now we're going to take apart the PVC piping piece by piece. One thing I want to mention is when I wired in the pool pump, I connected the pump disconnect to an outlet so I could plug the pool pump in to the outlet. That way, when I shut down the pool for winter, I can remove the pump and store it inside out of the elements. Now we're going to take apart the PVC piping piece by piece. The rest of the winterization is disassembling the heater, the filter, and the automatic chlorinator. You must make sure you remember to take out the drain plugs so that none of the outdoor equipment will freeze. There's a plug at the bottom of the filter, and a plug at the bottom of the pool heater, and at the bottom of the chlorine dispenser. The pipes coming out of the ground will also be drained and winterized. Also, we will de-energize the electrical components. The pool heater and the pool pump and the pool filter are located about 50 feet away from the pool with a 10-foot vertical climb. So the piping that comes down from the pool pump from the filter leaves us a trap on both the discharge of the pump and the intake of the pump. So when I did my first winterization of the pool, I added 2 hub fittings, one for the discharge and one for the suction of the piping, to enable me to drain them by just taking the fitting loose and sliding it up the pipe. This is the hub that I installed on the suction side of the pool pump. As you can see, when I lift up the hub that I installed, the water that is trapped in the pipe from the pump to the skimmer comes out. What's left is a small amount of water in the elbow that leads back to the pump. Now I'm going to perform the same procedure to the discharge line of the pool pump, draining the water that's trapped from the pool to the discharge side of the pump, leaving only a small amount in the elbow. Once I drain the water out of both the discharge and the suction side, I still have a small amount of water trapped in that pipe. Originally, I thought I might be able to blow it out, but instead, I elected to just take my shop vac and vacuum it out. Below the hub is a very, very small piece of pipe, and then there is an elbow. There is just a small amount of water in the pipe at that point. The shop vac pretty much gets all of the water out. If there's any water left, I add a half a gallon of antifreeze to the system. This will be the 3rd season I've done it this way, and so far, no problems in the spring. I perform this process on both suction and discharge piping. Next, we're going to add antifreeze to the system. First, I'm going to add the half gallon of antifreeze to the skimmer side. Now I'm going to put in the rubber plug to plug the skimmer so no water can drift down the pipe over winter. Now I'm going to add some antifreeze to the discharge water side. Once again, just a half a gallon. Like I said, there's not a very big trap once we suck the water out. Once again, I'm going to plug the discharge with a rubber plug so that no water can find its way to the discharge pipe. Well, we've winterized and closed the pool down, installed the cover on the pool, so we should be all set until next spring. Although the winterization closing procedure is specific for this pool, the piping on all pools are slightly different in their installation, so winterization of the pools will be different. But the basics are the same. Clean the pool by removing leaves or other debris from the bottom. Clean any scum from the pool liner. Make sure your chemicals are where they need to be before you winterize the pool. Pump the water out of the pool until the water level is about 6 inches below the discharge piping and the skimmer. Disassemble piping and disconnect the electrical. Add antifreeze if necessary and cover the pool to protect it from the winter elements. Here's a small punch list for a pool shutdown. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up or a like. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.